Good morning, students. Welcome to the class on chemical kinetics. We were discussing the integrated rate expressions for a second order reaction. In a second order reaction, there were two cases. First case is when we have the same concentration for two reactants, or if the two reactants are same. In the second case, we will have two different reactants when two concentration terms refer to two different species. Now consider a general reaction for this type. A plus B gives rise to P. Since it is a second order reaction, we took the rate constant K2. How we are starting this reaction? This reaction is started initially by taking an amount of A for A compound and an amount of B for B compound. Initially, there is no product. Okay, so initially we take T as 0. After some time, say some amount of time T, if for example X amount of product is formed, then what are the concentrations of A and B? The concentrations of A will be A minus X and B will be B minus X. Now we will take the rate law. Rate law R is equal to some constant into the product of concentrations, because it is a second order reaction with two different terms. So K2 into A into B. When we write the differential form of rate, R is equal to minus d by dt of A. So rate expression with respect to A, or minus d by dt of B, rate expression with respect to B, or d by dt of P, since it is a product we will take P, is equal to some rate constant K2 into A into B. Because we have two different terms, the general procedure for deriving integrated rate expression may be a little tricky for this. So what we will do is, alternatively, we will take the differential form with respect to products. So dx by dt. So we are not taking PA. Okay, we are directly taking the concentration. So dx by dt is equal to K2 into what are the concentrations of A? A concentration is A minus X, B concentration is B minus X. Now we will vary the variables, sorry, this is A minus X. Variables this side, X variables, dx by A minus X into B minus X is equal to K2 into dt. Now how do we solve this 1 by X into Y? Generally what we do, we used to integrate it, but when we integrate it 1 by X into Y, if you have two variables, it is difficult to integrate them in a single step. So what we need to do is, we will simplify this so that we can easily convert it into an easily integrable form. How do we do this? Here we can simplify A minus X into B minus X as 1 by A minus B into 1 by B minus X minus 1 by A minus X. When we simplify it, it becomes A minus X into B minus X, and the numerator A minus B will be there, so that will get cancelled. So 1 by A minus X into B minus X is simplified as 1 by A minus B into 1 by B minus X minus 1 by A minus X. Now we will substitute this here and then we will integrate it. Therefore, 1 by A minus B into 1 by B minus X dx minus 1 by A minus X dx is equal to K2 into dt. Now we will integrate on both sides. What we will get, this a minus b also we will take to this side. So integral 1 by b minus x dx minus integral 1 by a minus x dx is equal to k2 into a minus b is a constant because they are initial concentration and the variable is dt, and we are not substituting the limit. So what we will take a constant c. We will take a constant c. Now we will integrate this. The general integration of 1 by x is log x. Integration of 1 by x is log x. So integration of 1 by b minus x ln b minus x. Of course, we don't take log directly here, right? We will take ln. Then if it is x, yes, fine. But if it is not x, something else is there, what we will do, we will differentiate it in the denominator. So what is the differentiation of b minus x? B is a constant, so constant differentiation is 0 minus x differentiation is 1 with respect to x. We have minus here. Integral 1 by a minus x ln a minus x by the differentiation of a minus x 0 minus 1, so it is minus 1 is equal to k2 into a minus b into t plus c. Here when we are simplifying it, we must take that if a is greater than b, because we are writing a minus b, it must be a is greater than b. We can further simplify it. Because of the minus, it becomes numerator. Minus and minus will get cancelled. So ln a minus x minus ln b minus x is equal to k2 into a minus b into t plus c. We can further simplify it. Ln a minus ln b, log a minus log b, formula is log a by b. So here it becomes ln a minus x by b minus x is equal to k2 into a minus b into t plus c. Now we need to find out the value of constant c. How do we find out the value of constant c? It is general. If you want to find a constant c, then we need to make a variable 0. So here to find c, what we will take, we will consider x as 0 when t is 0, right? Initially there is no product, so we can substitute t is equal 0. When we substitute t is equal 0, obviously x also 0. Therefore from this expression ln a minus 0 by b minus 0 is equal to some constant into 0, it becomes 0 plus c. Therefore when we substitute x value as 0 at t is equal to 0, we will get the c value. So the constant is ln a by b. Therefore ln a minus x by b minus x is equal to k2 into a minus b into t plus ln a by b. Now we can bring this ln a by b this side, or ln a minus x by b minus x, it is a plus sign, so when we make it this side, it becomes minus ln a by b is equal to k2 into a minus b into t. Again it is log a minus log b, so we can further simplify it. Ln a minus x by b minus x into log whole divided by a by b, so it becomes b by a. We need to write whole divided by, when we do this, it becomes b by a is equal to k2 into a minus b into t. Now generally what we are expressing for the integrated rate expressions is, we are writing integrate rate constant is equal to, so k2 is equal to, we will bring everything this side because these are all multiples. When we make it this side, k2 is equal to 1 by a minus b into t into ln b into a minus x by a into b minus x. So this is the integrated rate expression for a second order reaction. Or we will have log. So when we want to replace ln with log, what we used to do, we used to multiply it with 2.303. So 2.303 by a minus b into t into logarithm of b into a minus x by a into b minus x if a is greater than b. We can also derive this expression if b is greater than a. We can simply write k2 is equal to 2.303 by b minus a into t logarithm of a into b minus x by b into a minus x if b is greater than a. If b is greater than a. So this is the integrated rate expression for a second order reaction when the two concentration terms are different. Now we will express this second order rate equation in terms of a graph. In a graphical representation, what we will use is, we will take this expression and we will represent in terms of graph. Now for this we will just rearrange it. Just take integrate logarithmic value. So logarithm of a minus x by b minus x is equal to, when we convert ln into log, we must multiply it with 2.303. So when we make it this side, it becomes k2 into a minus b by 2.303 into t. That means I am dividing whatever 2.303, I am dividing with 2.303 on both sides. Here again we need to have 2.303 by 2.303, so it will get cancelled. So this is the rearranged equation and we will represent this in terms of a graph. Now, how do we draw a graph? Now we will draw a graph of logarithm of a minus x by b minus x versus t. Now this is in the in terms of y is equal to mx plus c, whose this graph will result a straight line with a positive slope. Here the slope is k2 into a minus b by 2.303 if a is greater than b. If b is greater than a, then k2 into b minus a by 2.30. And the intercept here, intercept is constant. What is the constant? Log a by b. when we extraplot this graph onto x-axis, it will be like this, and it will cross the x-axis here, so the t-axis. Now, what is the value of t here? When we want to know the value of some point on x-axis, what we will do is we will take y as 0, because the y coordinate is 0. So what we will do, we will have log a minus x by b minus x as 0. Then it becomes 0. So this plus, when it is made this side, it becomes minus. And what we are going to know, we are going to know the value of t. So I'll just rewrite this. So 0 is equal to k2 into a minus b by 2.303 t plus logarithm of a by b. Now, what we need to know, we need to know the value of t. So our t is equal to, we will make it this side because it is my plus. When it is made this side, it becomes minus a by b. And except t, we also make everything this side. So it becomes 2.303 by k2 into a minus b, right? So when we extraplot this graph on the t-axis, what we will get is a value of minus 2.303 by k2 into a minus b into logarithm of a by b for the t. Now we will derive the expression for T 75% of a third order reaction. Of course, in analogy, for a zero order reaction, T 75% is equal to 1.5 T half. For a first order reaction, T 75% is 2 times T half. Similarly, for a second order reaction, T 75% becomes 3 into T half. Now we will derive this. Right. What is the expression for half-life of a second order reaction? T half of a second order reaction is given by K2 into A. Now, if we want to calculate T 75%, what it means? It means the reaction is 75% completed. That means X is now 75% of A. Therefore, X is equal to 3 by 4 of A. Now we will substitute this 3 by 4 of A in the integrated rate expression for a second order reaction. What is the integrated rate expression for a second order reaction? When we have two same concentration terms, K2 equal to 1 by T into X by A into A minus X. Now we will substitute X value 3 by 4 of A in this expression, and we will substitute T 75% in place of T. Therefore, K2 is equal to 1 by T 75% is equal into 3 by 4 of A by A into A minus 3 by 4 of A. Now this expression is for T 75%, so we will rearrange it. 1 by K2 into A will get cancelled. 1 minus 3 by 4, it is 1 by 4. So 3 by 4 by 1 by 4 of A. This is the A. Or T 75% is equal to, so 4 will get cancelled. So 3 into 1 by K2 into A. What is 1 by K2 into A? T half. Therefore, T 75% is nothing but 3 times T half for a second order reaction. Now we will look at the third order reactions. First we will see some examples. There are very few examples for third order reactions. In aqueous solutions, we have oxidation of ferrous sulfate, reaction between iodide and ferric ions, a reaction of ferric chloride with tin chloride. So these are the only three examples for third order reactions in aqueous solutions. Similarly, in gaseous phase also, we have only five examples. All are with this. 2NO plus Cl2 gives rise to 2NOCl. Similarly with bromine, 2NO plus Br2 gives rise to 2NOBr. Similarly with oxygen, 2NO plus O2 gives rise to 2NO2. Or reaction with hydrogen and deuterium, a 2NO plus H2 gives rise to N2O plus H2O. Similarly, deuterium, 2NO plus D2 gives rise to N2O plus D2. Now we will derive the integrated rate expression for a third order reaction. Again, we will have different cases. First, we will consider this. When all the concentration terms are same, or if you have different terms A, B, C, then if the concentrations of all these terms are same, if we are starting with 3 molecules of A, or if we are starting with 3 different reactants whose concentrations are same, when all the concentration terms refer to same species or concentrations of all the reactants is same. Now we will consider a general reaction. A gives rise to P. Here the rate constant is K3 because it is a third order reaction. Of course, initially we are starting the reaction with an amount of small a. Initially the product is 0. After some time t, say x amount of product is forming, therefore A minus X is the concentration of the reactant. Now we will derive the integrated rate expression for this reaction. According to rate law, the rate expression for a third order reaction is R is equal to some constant K3 because it is a third order reaction multiplied by A power 3. Now we will substitute differential form of rate. Rate is equal to minus d by dt of A is equal to K3 into A power 3. We will change the variables, all A terms on one side. Since it is a similar reaction, I am rushing little bit fast. K3 into, when we bring this dt this side, it becomes multiple. Now on integration, both sides, between the limits, what we get is, we get integral minus dA by A power 3 is equal to K3 into integral dt. What are the limits? Initially we are starting with A amount of A and finally its amount is A minus X. Initial time is 0, final time is t. So the limits of concentration terms is A to A minus X. The limits of time is 0 to t. What is the integration of 1 by A cube? As I said, we can take the integration of x power n, that is equal to x power n plus 1 by n plus 1. Similarly, here also A power 1 by A power 3, when it is made numerator, A power minus 3. So therefore, A power minus 3 plus 1 by minus 3 plus 1. Of course, this minus is there between the limits a to a minus x is equal to k3 into t between the limits 0 to 2. Because we are taking the limits, we don't write plus c. If you take the limits, we don't need to calculate the constant separately. Okay, it will come. But if you are not substituting these limits, then we need to find out the constant. Right. Minus 3 plus 1, it becomes minus 2, minus and minus, it becomes plus. So 1 by 2 into a power minus 3 plus 1, 1 by a power minus 2. So when it is made denominator, 1 by a power 2 between the limits a to a minus x is equal to k3 into t minus 0, upper limit minus lower limit. Or here also we can write 1 by 2 into 1 by a minus x whole square upper limit minus 1 by lower limit a square is equal to k3 into t, or 1 by a minus x whole square minus 1 by a square is equal to k3 2k3 into t. We will simplify it further. 1 by a minus x whole square minus 1 by a square equal to 2k3 into t. What we are doing for a integrated rate expression, we are writing t is k3 is equal to, therefore k3 is equal to, keep it this side itself, this 2, so 1 by 2, k3 is equal to, make it t, it is a it is a multiple here. When it made this side, it becomes denominator, so 1 by 2t into 1 by a minus x whole square minus 1 by a square. This is the integrated rate expression for a third order reaction when all the three concentration terms are same. We can simplify it further. K3 is equal to 1 by 2t into x into 2a minus x by a square into a minus x whole square. When we take LCM and simplify it, it becomes like this. K3 is equal to 1 by 2t into x into 2a minus x by a square into a minus x whole square. Or we can simply remember this. K3 is equal to 1 by 2t into 1 by a minus x whole square minus 1 by a square. Therefore, this is the integrated rate expression for a third order reaction when all the concentration terms are same. Now we will represent this in graphical representation. There are two ways of representing third order expression in a graphical representation. First, we will draw a graph of 1 by a minus x whole square versus t. 1 by a minus x whole square versus t. Now I'll simplify it. We know 1 by a minus x whole square minus 1 by a square is equal to 2k3 into t. So that minus 1 by a square, I'll make it this side. It becomes plus. So 1 by a minus x whole square is equal to 2k3 into t plus 1 by a square. So this represents like y is equal to mx plus c. So it gives a straight line with a positive slope. So whose slope is 2k3 and an intercept of constant 1 by a square. So when we draw a graph of 1 by a minus x whole square versus t, so we will rearrange it a little bit. Then it gives a straight line whose slope is 2k3 and an intercept of 1 by a square. Now, if we want to extrapolate this graph again, what is the intercept on t-axis? If we want to have intercept on t-axis, then the 1 by a minus x square must be 0. So consider 1 by a minus x whole square is equal to 0. Then t is equal to this time it is plus. So when it is made this side, it is minus. And 2k3 is a multiple here. When it is made this side, it becomes denominator. So minus 1 by 2k3 into 1 by a square. So this is the intercept on x-axis. Similarly, we can also derive a graph of t versus 1 by a minus x whole square. We can also draw a graph of t versus 1 by a minus x whole square. So that means again we are rearranging it, right? So t is equal to 1 by 2 into a minus x whole square 2k3 minus 1 by 2k3 into 1 by a square. What we are writing? Y is equal to mx plus c. So this is a straight line graph, but it is giving a negative intercept. So that means we need to extrapolate this and the graph will be like this. So this is the intercept because it is a negative. So minus 1 by 2k3 1 by a square is the intercept. It is giving a positive slope. Y is equal to mx. So the slope is 1 by 2k3 1 by 2k3. Now if you want to know what is the intercept on x-axis, that means 1 by a minus x whole square. If we want to know the intercept here, what we need to do? We need to take t as 0. When we place t as 0, what is the value of 1 by a minus x whole square? You make it this side, 2k3 will get cancelled. So it becomes 1 by a square. Or I'll simplify it. 0 is equal to 1 by 2k3 a minus x whole square minus 1 by 2k3 1 by a square. 2k3, they'll, when we make it this side, it becomes 0. Since it is a minus, when it is made this side, it becomes positive. So this is the graphical representation for a third order reaction when all three concentration terms refer to the same species. Now we will see the units of rate constant for a third order reaction. What are the units? First we will take the integrated rate expression. K3 is equal to 1 by 2t into 1 by a minus x whole square minus 1 by a square. 1 by 2 is a constant, t is time, concentration square minus 1 by concentration square are nothing but concentration power minus 2 time inverse. So the units of third order rate constant are concentration power minus 2 time inverse. What are the units for concentration? Moles per liter. So it is reverse, liter square mole power minus 2, and if time is second inverse, then it is second inverse. So these are the units for third order rate constant. Concentration inverse, concentration power minus 2, time inverse, liter square per mole square per second. Now we will derive the expression for half-life. Half-life of a third order reaction. When we want to derive half-life, what we will do? We will substitute x as a by 2 and t as t half in the integrated rate expression. What is the integrated rate expression for a third order reaction? K3 is equal to 1 by 2t into 1 by a minus x whole square minus 1 by a square. So when we substitute t half in place of t, K3 is equal to 1 by 2 times t half into a minus x. What is x? A by 2. A minus a by 2, it becomes a by 2 whole square minus 1 by a square. When we rearrange it in terms of t half is equal to 1 by, since it is a denominator, when it is made this side, it becomes numerator. K3 is a numerator multiple, so when it is made this side, it becomes denominator. K3 into a by 2 whole square means a square by 4. So 4 by a square minus 1 by a square. It is a common thing. So LCM is a square. 4 minus 1, it becomes 3. Therefore, T half of a third order reaction is nothing but 3 by 2 K3 a square. Or simply we can say T half is inversely proportional to square of a T half is inversely proportional to square of the initial concentration of the reactant. So when we increase the initial concentration, T half will decrease. When we decrease the initial concentration, T half will increase. So this is the expression for half-life of a third order reaction. T half is equal to 3 by 2 K3 into a square. Similarly, we can also derive the expression for 75% of a third order reaction. When we derive it, it becomes 5 times T half for a third order reaction. For a third order reaction, T 75% becomes 5 times T half. Now, most of the third order reactions are not of same concentrations. Most of them are of this type. 2 molecules of A and 1 molecule of B gives rise to P. Now, if we want to derive the integrated rate expression for this, of course, we will have, when P is 0, we will start with A, B, this is 0. At some time T, if X is the amount of product, then it is A minus X and B minus X. When we want to derive the integrated rate expression, rate law, according to rate law, R is equal to K3 into A square into B. Or in terms of differential form, because it is difficult to integrate two terms, what we will do is we will take differential form dx by dt with respect to product is equal to K3 into A minus X whole square and B into B minus X. Now we will integrate it and we will simplify it to get K3 is equal to 1 by 2B minus A whole square into T into ln B into A minus 2X by A into B minus X plus 2B minus A into 2x by a into a minus 2x. This is little difficult to derive, so I am just giving it in a simple form.